Welcome to the Business Chef Podcast, where we learn from the best about the business side of the food service industry. You make food, then let us help you make money doing it. Want to connect with us? Check us out at Make Food Make Money on Instagram or Facebook, or email us info@businesschef.org. Welcome to another edition of the Business Chef Podcast. I, of course, am your host, Chef Sean Boucher, and I am graciously with you today, grateful for the opportunity to speak to industry leaders and to talk today about something that I think is kind of a game changer. You know, we're all looking for ways to utilize all hours of the day and to be able to make money and make income, even potentially while we sleep. And that is one of the cool things about technology, is technology allows us to even deliver food while we're away or while we're asleep. But here to tell us a little bit about that, let's talk to Andrew.
Okay, well, hello everybody. I'm Andrew Freeman, and I'm based out of San Francisco, California, where we have one of the nation's leading hospitality consulting, marketing, and public relations agencies. And we specialize in hotels, restaurants, lifestyle products, anything related to the world of hospitality. Our company is going into its 14th year, and while we're based in San Francisco, we have hands all around the country, and we work with large hotels, small hotels, restaurants, larger restaurant groups, and we also have a salad making robot. Well, now way more than salad, but a food making robot. So we have a variety of different clients. And prior to this, I was the VP of PR and marketing for Kimpton Hotels and Restaurants.
Andrew, you obviously are a wealth of knowledge and an expert in many things. So specifically, let's talk tonight about Sally and what Sally is.
Sure. Well, so I should tell you the company behind it is a company called Chowbotics. They're based here in in Silicon Valley, and the concept exactly was that the founder and creator had decided that he wanted to create something where you could get fresh, healthy food 24/7. And that could be, anywhere from a hospital to an airport to an employee cafeteria to, more public-facing areas, and it took off right away. And it's robotic. It's a robotic machine, so it's you have the ability to custom create just about anything you want to out of Sally. So there's 27 ingredients that can be interchanged, and it's got. Oh, I'm sorry. I had 27. I was including one other thing, but it's 22 ingredients, and then it's also they're now doing yogurt bowls and fresh. So it more from salads to a little more varieties of different cultures and different things. So it's been received very well. I think their growth is going to be crazy as a way to get people, fresh, healthy food 24/7 in an affordable, customizable way.
Sally can absolutely not only fill day parts that we normally don't work during or have services available for, but it also helps us curb some of the challenges that we're facing as an industry right now when it comes to labor. It's just increasingly difficult to find people to work. And, regardless of whether people want to work in this industry or not, we all still want to eat. And so we're having to innovate and find ways to make that happen.
It does. It certainly does. It's also, as the company continues to grow, it's also providing jobs. Because, there's still, the need to fill it, keep it fresh. But you're right. I can see Sally even going into kitchens eventually, chef restaurant kitchens, because there's just not, the labor pool is just not out there. And so if garde manger has to become Sally, so be it. You know what I mean? Because I just think it's so hard for you all to find talent, retain it, and keep your labor model in order.
So, Sally aside, let's talk just, technology in general and where we're going with technology, advantages, disadvantages. What are some of the things, since especially you live in the hub of technology in Silicon Valley, what advantages or disadvantages do we have to utilizing technology specifically in the hospitality arena?
I mean, I would say that on the restaurant side, I mean, for me, the most exciting thing is how we can, continue to collect data on our guests to customize their experiences and also be able to, I want to say that some of it is a little creepy because you don't want to get too much information on your guests, or you don't want to, stalk them in any way that feels, awkward, but you can, the intelligence that you can get now on each guest and how frequently they dine and how to approach them, and there's so many new technological tools for that. They're doing like facial recognition now at certain restaurants where they just recognize you with laser, or different. So there's a variety of different things that I think are pushing it maybe a little too far. So I think you also have to decide like how far you want to take it. On the hotel side, there's robots delivering room service. Room service is being sort of re-looked at because a lot of this also comes down to. I'll go back to Sally for a minute. What's also driving this is the amount of waste reduction that our industry is really focused on. The environment. And so you think about a salad bar versus a salad making robot, where it's a lot more controllable. And you think about, how you can really portion things out and customize things for specific visits. So I think robotics is giving us a lot of opportunity to really look at how to at waste reduction as well. And then there's a lot of fun stuff. Here is that talk back to you, and being able to control everything from your bedside. Obviously the delivery movement in restaurants right now is crazy. All the apps that have been targeting with delivering restaurant quality food to you. So I would say it's convenience generation, it's experiential, it's all about customizing everything. I do think we have the millennials to thank for all that, which they've gotten a bad rap, but they've done a lot of great stuff. And so that's what I think is really powering this whole movement right now.
Well, you know what they say, necessity is the mother of invention, and I think that's where we are at right now, is that as we continue to, lose a lot of our labor pool, and as we continue to expand our knowledge and our education as to foods, and not only what's available, but what's healthy, what should we be eating, not just what do we want to eat. As that education piece increases and as our knowledge base increases, we also have to have the means to provide, those kinds of services and goods and things. And that's where robotics comes in, is it gives us some answers to some very difficult questions that we might not be able to answer otherwise. So you talked a little bit about the trend report. You talked a little bit about some of the things that you have to offer, some of the things that you're doing. If someone wants to know more about you or how to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that?
afandco.com, and just spelled out, afandco.com. On there, it's about our company, our bios, our trend report lives on that. It's downloadable for anybody, and they can also follow us on Instagram at afnco. But I'd say the website's the best way to do that.
Well, hospitality itself is never going to die, even though we might see ebbs and flows of it here and there. I think you offer a service and some peace of mind, at least for those of us in the industry that kind of see some of the trends that are going on. You kind of give some clarity and you give some insight into, into our industry and into what's going on, and the fact that even though things might slow down from time to time, it truly is an undying industry.
There's just a lot of uncertainty in the world, and where people go for these comforting experiences is they go to restaurants and they go to hotels and they want to be hugged, for lack of a better word. So one of the other major trends this year is doing good with a purpose, because it's going to drive your business if you're supporting a community or supporting a neighborhood or you have a pet charity. So the whole theme of our trend report this year was called Do the Right Thing, because we were saying that cause-related marketing is really very important right now, because you have to give back to the communities that you live in.
Well, and I totally agree. I mean, that's the thing about robotics and technology and all the things that are coming down the pipe at us so quickly and in so many different ways. Being able to give back, being able to share in profits, being able to help communities is very important, because as we become more socially connected via social media and some of the other mediums that we have right now, where people can see what other people, not just in their neighborhood, but around the world are doing, it is important. It is important to give back. It is important to keep things in mind and keep things in perspective as to, having a cause, having a purpose, having goals and things that we're shooting for. So, again, we just really appreciate your time today. I know you're a very busy guy, and I know you've got a lot of things going on, and we really appreciate your insights into where robotics are going to take us, where some of the trends are, what the future holds. And for anyone out there listening, I would highly, highly suggest that you go check out the trend report and go check out some of the things that are out there, because there really is a lot of opportunity to educate yourself. And you know what they say, knowledge is power. So regardless of whether we're facing a labor shortage, or you're looking for ways to control your food costs, or any other challenge that we might be facing as professionals, it's nice to see what else is going on out there, and it's nice to get some perspective from other places. So thank you again to Andrew for joining us today, and we look forward to catching up with you in the future. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Be sure to share this podcast with your friends, family, co-workers, or anyone who's interested in making use of money. And when you get a second, give us a review. It really helps us get the word out, as well as letting us know how we're doing. Want to connect with us? Check us out at Make Money on Instagram or Facebook, or email us info@businesschef.org.